How were Durga Puja celebrations in Bangladesh this year? Well, there was crowd in front of various pandals in Dhaka and elsewhere. Durga Puja greetings were exchanged by Facebook and X users on social media. There were also pictures by celebrities, politicians, and public intellectuals in front of pandals, when they went for pandal hopping during the 4 days of puja. But then on 12th October, the Government of India, the Ministry of External Affairs, put up this statement. We have noted with serious concern the attacks on a puja mandap in Tati Bazar, Dhaka, and the theft at the revered Jeshoreshwari Temple in Satkhira. These are deplorable events. They follow a systematic pattern of desecration and damage to temples and deities that we have witnessed over several days now. We call upon the government of Bangladesh to ensure the safety and security of Hindus and all minorities and their places of worship, especially during this auspicious festival time. These are just two instances that the Ministry of External Affairs statement referred to. Of course, one of the most shocking incidents of violence that happened during Durga Puja this year was in Dhaka, where a petrol bomb was hurled inside a pandal. People were injured in the attack. Thankfully, no one died. But there was another instance in Chittagong, which the statement does not refer to, but which has come out in Bangladesh local press, of a few students singing a song of Islamic revolt inside a Durga Puja pandal. This has not gone down well at all in Chittagong and elsewhere in Bangladesh. And an inquiry has been ordered, police inquiry has been ordered. But this brings to the fore a very disturbing trend in Bangladesh around Durga Puja. Now, it is not the first time that attacks on Durga Puja, on the idea of Durga Puja, and on devotees and pandals have taken place. In fact, even during Sheikh Hasina's time, there were news of attacks on Durga Puja pandals almost every year. In 2021, for instance, there was news of systematic attacks on Durga Puja pandals and devotees, which led to the loss of 5 lives and the burning down of several houses and pandals across Bangladesh. It all happened over a piece of fake news. In Kumilla district, news came that a copy of the Quran had been placed on the feet of a statue of Lord Hanuman, and it was, of course, seen as blasphemy. And the news spread through WhatsApp and through social media posts. And over the next couple of days, which was the days of Durga Puja, targeted attacks on Hindu devotees and pandals and temples took place. Like I said, 5 people lost their lives. Many were injured. Later, the police came to know that this was done not by any Hindu, but in fact by a Muslim gentleman who they later said was mentally unstable. The person's family said that taking advantage of his condition, some miscreants had used him to put the Quran at the feet of the statue of Lord Hanuman. From next year, that is 2022, there was a lot of security, and I was in Bangladesh in 2022 during Durga Puja. There was a lot of security by the Sheikh Hasina government to ensure that no such untoward incident took place during Durga Puja. In fact, in Kumilla district alone, Kumilla is the same district from where the news of the desecration of the Quran had come. In Kumilla district alone, there were 794 Durga Puja pandals that were put up. And in a statement to her countrymen, then Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said that Durga Puja is an universal festival. She urged countrymen to remember her and her party's view on Puja, on festivity, that religion may be an individual thing, but festivals are for everybody. However, the very next year, there were again news of attacks on temples, various Hindu temples in Bangladesh. Be that as it may, till her ouster in August 5 this year, Sheikh Hasina and her administration, at least publicly, always stood with the Hindu community, gave public statements in support of Durga Puja and the way Puja is celebrated. There were pictures before of Sheikh Hasina herself going to Durga Puja pandals at this time of the year. Since her ouster this year on August 5, however, Hindus in Bangladesh have not been in a happy place. There have been attacks, and news of these attacks have been carried in the Western press as well, of on Hindus, on Hindu lives, on Hindu property, attempts at forcible conversion, uh, forcible grabbing of land. And this year, as Durga Puja approached, there was a sense of gloom and doom in the community. The Muhammad Yunus administration, of course, came out and said that all protection would be given to the Hindu devotees. But I happened to speak to certain Hindu community leaders just before Puja, and many of them told me that look, it is not the same anymore with Sheikh Hasina gone, and there are so many news from across Bangladesh that are coming out that is making them feel that Durga Puja from this year on had to be toned down. There were, for instance, a procession, much publicized procession of an Islamic party which said Durga Puja first is not a universal festival, it's only a festival of Hindus. They said that it should not be carried out in public like it has been in Bangladesh for so long. They also said that immersion of the idols should be done in a way that there is no environmental hazard. In short, they said that the very idea of Durga Puja should be toned down in Bangladesh. And then there were news that in a particular district in Bangladesh, there were anonymous letters that went to Durga Puja committees, which said that a protection money of 5 lakh rupees, 5 lakh Bangladeshi taka per pandal, per puja committee had to be given to ensure that Durga Puja can be celebrated in peace and no attacks take place. Now this had, of course, dampened the mood of the puja, and people were apprehensive of the fact that the pujas would not be the same anymore, and they were right, because as the Government of India's statement on October 12 said, there were concerted attacks, including hurling of the petrol bomb and the stealing of the gold crown that Prime Minister Modi, in his 2021 official visit to Bangladesh, had given to that particular Kali temple, which was stolen. It's a shameful thing to have happened, of course, but it also says how there is a concerted attempt to tone down Hinduness among the 7.9% minority population of Hindus in Bangladesh. It's interesting that it had taken a Muslim YouTuber, Salahuddin Suman, who I happened to interview, who said that the legend has it that the first instance of Durga Puja in Bengal, undivided Bengal, was from what is now Bangladesh. It was at that time, of course, undivided Bengal. And he said, and he did a video and which had millions of views, which said that there is a debate, not just in Bangladesh, but also among devotees in West Bengal, that where exactly did the first Durga Puja take place? Was it at Madhosh Muni Rashram, or was it at King Kongsho's Durga Puja that he had organized? Now, nobody knows, of course, for sure, but imagine the fact that mythology says that the first Durga Puja took place in what is now Bangladesh, and today in 2024, the very idea of Durga Puja is being attacked, and the Hindu community is forced to tone down their most loved festival.